Google has just killed one of Discord's most beloved music bots. What could this mean about Discord's future? Let's talk about it. A couple of hours ago, PC Gamer published an article called Google has killed Discord's best music bot. In the article, it explains that Google has sent a cease and desist to shut down Groovy Bot, and it will completely shut down on August 30th. This is bad news for a lot of Discord servers because users like to use Groovy Bot to listen to music simultaneously with a bunch of people in the same chat room. If you don't know what a music bot is, it's basically just an automated program where you feed it a YouTube link and it will play the audio of that YouTube link in a voice channel. Needless to say, this became extremely popular because people would just join up in these voice channels and just listen to music simultaneously, either as a study session or just, to have fun or share music. It was a really convenient way to just, talk and just listen to music simultaneously. Other people may have used it for other purposes, but that was basically the big reason why it was so liked. So according to The Verge, who initially posted news about this, Nick Amerland, the creator of GroovyBot, did say that this program was going to be shut down eventually. It wasn't a matter of if, it was a matter of when. And unfortunately, that time has come and Google has sent that cease and desist and completely destroyed GroovyBot, at least once it hits August 30th. Now, the big question that so many people have right now is why now, or at the very least, just why in general? Well, according to The Verge, Google did give a statement where they said it was basically just a violation of their terms and service. However, I don't really think that's an actual reason. I think that's just kind of more of a corporate reason. I mean, yeah, it does violate the terms of service, but we really want to know why. And I think the underlying reason why is, well, it's unsurprising, but it's money. And the reason why is because GroovyBot basically just circumvents the entire front end of YouTube. The bot doesn't just work by looking up a YouTube link and then just streaming the audio. What it does instead is it downloads the audio from a YouTube video and plays it on the bot voice chat completely on its own. And by doing so, it basically goes around advertisements, which YouTube needs in order to fund these channels, especially their licenses to music. And when you have 6 people in a group, or even in a bigger group, maybe even 10 people listening to the same YouTube link on a bot that just circumvents advertisements, that's a lot of lost revenue, and I can see why Google would want to shut that down. It's really unfortunate, but Google has every right to do so. Even Nick Amerland, the creator of GroovyBot, says the same. This is where the main story ends, but really this kind of does bring up questions about Discord in the long run. And one of those questions is Discord getting too big for its own good? Now, PC Gamer did touch on this by saying that it's a good reminder that Discord is no longer this small gaming underground voice chat system anymore, and it's very much mainstream. People have heard about it, and it's no longer just for gamers. And I'd like to add that with this, it does have to start following a lot of rules, especially things in copyright infringement and in intellectual property. Because on Discord, there's a lot of channels that really don't follow these kinds of rules. It's no secret that Discord servers and users participate constantly in terms of service violations and copyright infringement. I want to be clear that I'm not saying that's how it should be, but I'm just saying how it is. Now, this foreshadows to me another legal battle that Discord might have to fight, something similar to the likes of YouTube versus Viacom, where Discord is going to have to be a lot more responsible on what it allows on its platform and what its users can do, basically restricting user freedom in the name of staying good with all the other big corporations. Especially now that Discord is something very mainstream and can be easily seen in the spotlight. And because of that, more things will become unappealing to users, and users will probably heavily consider moving to other platforms to continue doing the things that they do unrestricted. Other underground platforms that aren't as mainstream, and because of that, they can do a lot more under the radar. And there's a very good possibility that maybe it just won't happen at all. Maybe big corporations are finally taking into account how their customers feel about things. For example, memes. Memes are entirely copyright infringement in the current laws that we have today, and because of that, big corporations have every right to just shut down any meme that gets widespread. But of course, they let it slide because, it's very popular and it gets their names out there. Maybe this time, a lot of companies are going to let Discord slide with things like this, but seeing as how just Google just shut down one of the most extremely popular music bots out there, this might not be the case. Now, my response to Google is, do not just leave it at this. Give YouTube Music a similar functionality. I think Spotify does have something very similar where a group can listen to the same things, and GroovyBot shows that there's a huge demand for these kinds of services. People like listening to music at the same time, and not just music, you also got video content. It really does remind me of Rabbit, which got shut down, I'm assuming because of how easy it was to just stream other shows. And then eventually Hulu came out with that group thing too. And by adding a functionality that is so similar to GroovyBot, especially with YouTube's big catalog of audio content, you can recuperate some of that loss of reputation, because at this very moment, Google has pretty much pissed off a majority of Discord users. This is BR. Thank you for listening. Peace out, and I'll catch you later.